Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today, I'm going to show you how to write data into AWS DynamoDB table at a super high speed, in order to compare speed. I'll firstly write data in a regular way at low speed. Then I'll write data by batch as an expedited way. Lastly, I will show you how to batch write data in a super high speed using multi-thread. That will save thousands of rows in just less than 1 second. Let's get started now. Firstly, let me create a project folder on the desktop. Enter into the folder and create a Python virtual environment. I like to keep pip updated, so let me update pip before continuing. Let me open my lovely PyCharm and load the project folder I just created. I normally save source code under src folder, so let me create the folder now. Then we need to download libraries. This small program will just use 2 libraries. One is Boto3. Let's use the latest version. The other is NumPy. Let's use 1.26 for now. The libraries are specified. Let's download them now using pip. Okay, now we can start write code. Let's create a class for DynamoDB at first. It will contain all the DB operations we will use today. In this class, let me start with making a constructor. It creates a table resource which will be used as a DB client. I pass table name in the constructor so that it knows which table to connect. Then next, make a simple function to write data. PutItem function will just write 1 row into DynamoDB. Let's write another function to write items by batch. The batch writer function will automatically handle buffering and sending items in batches. In addition, the batch writer will also automatically handle any unprocessed items and resend them as needed. All you need to do is call PutItem function for any items you want to add. Lastly, let's put batch writer into multi-thread so that we can achieve high-speed DynamoDB writing. In this function, I will use 100 threads. NumPy is a wonderful tool that can split email list evenly so that each thread processes same number of items. I use Python native module concurrent futures to handle multi-threading. Thread pool executor is one of the concrete subclasses in concurrent futures. It uses multi-processing, and we get a pool of processes for submitting the tasks. This pool assigns tasks to the available processes and schedule them to run. Here's the key point. I put batch write items function in the executor and pass split email list as a parameter for the function. Let's have a little bit of error handling here. You've now seen that if a function call submitted to a thread pool executor raises an exception, then that exception can get raised normally by calling future result. Calling future result on all your submitted invocations ensures that this program won't miss any exceptions raised from your threaded function. Next, we'll run the functions we just wrote. Let's start with the slowest function. I've prepared a dummy data file with 2,000 email records. Let's see how long it takes to write each record to DynamoDB one by one. In order to know how long it takes, I'll write a simple timer. It will be used as a decorator. Apply it to the function here. Now let's invoke this function to run. We need to provide dummy data file path and DynamoDB table name to the function. Oh! I forgot one thing. I haven't created the DynamoDB table yet. Let me log in to my AWS account quickly. Go to DynamoDB service. Create a new table. Table name is table 1. Partition key is ID. Let's use customized settings, because I want to set read-write capacity to on-demand. It's like pay-as-you-go. DB table creation will just take seconds normally. On the other hand, you need to make sure your AWS credentials are in place. You can check your credentials like what I'm showing now. The credentials profile name will be used in a while. Because I run this program from my local PC, I'd better to specify AWS profile and AWS default region in order to let program know which account and region it should connect to. Once these things are all set up, let's run it and see how long it's gonna take to finish writing. I'm fast forwarding here to save time. All right, done. 59 seconds. Pretty slow, isn't it? Let's make writing speed a bit quicker now by using batch writing. In order to write DB by batch, I'm gonna add all of email addresses into a single list and pass the list to batch write function. Like I said just now, batch writer function will write 25 items each time behind scene, and no need to have any human intervention in the middle. Before testing this, I will create a new DynamoDB table because I don't want to see any cache to impact my test. Table name is table 2. Read-write capacity is same, still on-demand type. Okay, let's test it out. Great, 2.8 seconds, 20 times quicker than our first test. Awesome! Lastly, we're gonna play hard. Using multi-thread plus batch writing, and let's see how much performance can be improved. Similar as batch writing approach I just did. Read email addresses from file and save them in a list. Only difference is to call different function to run. This time, I'm gonna invoke batch write items with multi-thread function. Also, I'm gonna create a new DynamoDB table in order to avoid cache because every time I use same data set to test. Let's run it. Perfect. Just less than 1 second. If you run this program from AWS Cloud, it will be even faster than what I'm testing now. Let's visualize the performance of each test. I hope my video is helpful to your work. If you like it, please don't forget to click like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. I see you next time.